As a quadriplegic over the years, I found that I've needed to discover new ways of doing things that I once took for granted. Many of these things often require some kind of tool or other adaptation. Some of the most important adaptations I've made have been in the way that I use a computer. The trackball was the first thing I switched to after I was injured. It's easy to use, and I can program one of the buttons to be a click lock, which allows me to click and drag on my screen. The trackball has a scroll wheel which works well enough, but I really wanted to be able to scroll quickly like I used to, so I added a second trackball which handles all of my scrolling. When I'm in my CAD application, it switches to allow me to rotate around 3D objects. I found that I needed a keypad where I could program different keyboard shortcuts for different applications, and I discovered one called X key. This keypad allows me to not only program individual shortcuts, but also switches configurations when I switch applications. One of the shortcuts allows me to switch to the previous application, or if I double click on it, it opens up the app switcher. Another shortcut toggles on and off my voice recognition software and flashes a red light when it's turned on. I do all of my typing and cursor movement with my left hand using a pencil and a universal cuff. I found that I was reaching all the way across my keyboard to press return and delete. So, most recently I added 3 keys above my trackball that serve as command, delete, and return buttons. I got tired of 4 devices sliding away from each other on my desk, so I designed the case that you see in this video and had it 3D printed. Many of the things that I've shown are not that difficult to set up. For my primary trackball, I use a Kensington Expert Mouse trackball. I don't use the driver software that comes included. For the secondary trackball, I use a Kensington Orbit optical trackball, also without the driver software. For my keypad, I use an X-Keys XK24 by a company called PI Engineering. For my 3 control buttons, I designed my own keypad using an Arduino Micro and a custom-made circuit board. To manage all the devices, I use an amazing Mac application called ControllerMate. Unfortunately, I don't have any experience with a PC equivalent, though if you're looking, you might want to check out MacroWorks for Windows. ControllerMate serves as a universal driver for all of your devices. It allows you to create different button assignments for each of your applications, and allows you to set up a second trackball for scrolling. The application is easy to use and quite powerful. The developer is also good about responding to any support issues you might have. I hope you found this useful, and if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or leave it in the comments down below. Sit, Sadie, sit. Sit! Good girl.